Hello champions, I am your educator Prabhat Kumar, and in this video segment we are going to discuss about some important laws and their uses of exponent and power. Rule number 1 is, look at here, rule number 1 is if x is an integer and it has an exponent like a and it is multiplied by same integer x which have an exponent like b, then the result will be x a plus b. Both will be added, both exponents will be added if the base is same. Its example is, if let x is equal to 4, a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 3, then 4 to the power 2, 4 square multiplied by 4 cube is equal to 4, 2 plus 3, which will be 4 to the power 5. And this is the answer. This is the application of rule number 1. Okay, now comes to rule number 2. Rule number 2 is, if x is an integer which have an exponent like a and it is divided by same integer x which have different exponent like b, then the answer is x to the power a minus b. Let's see example. Example is, if x is equal to 4 and a will be 2, here 4 and b will be 3, then 4, 2 minus 3. It is 4 to the power minus 1. And this is the answer. Rule number 3 is, if x is an integer which have an exponent a and which have also an exponent b, then the answer is x to the power a multiplied by b. And the application of this rule is, if x is equal to 4, a is equal to 2, b is equal to 3, then the answer is 4 to the power 6. It means 2 multiplied by 3, which comes 6. This is the first rule, this is the second rule champions, and this is the third rule. Now let's come on fourth rule. The fourth rule is, if x is an integer which have an exponent 0, x have an exponent 0, then the answer is 1. Always remember it. If any integer have exponent like 0, then the answer is 1. And its application is like 100 power 0, then the answer is 1. 2 power 0 is equal to 1, etc., etc. Now comes on rule number 5. Rule number 5 is, if x which have an exponent a, y which have an exponent a, and z which have an exponent a. It means bases are different but exponents are same. In this situation, the answer is x into y into z whole power a. Let's see example of this rule. Let x is equal to 2, y is equal to 3, z is equal to 4 and a is equal to 2. Therefore, what is the answer? Answer is 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4 whole to the power 2. This is the answer. We can also write it 4 3 are 12, 12 2 are 24 to the power 2, and this is the answer. Now comes on rule number 6. Champions, rule number 6 is, if x to the power a divided by y to the power y to the power a also, then the result will be x by y whole power a. And the example is, if x is equal to 4, a is equal to 2, y is equal to 5, a is equal to again 2, then the answer is 4 by 5 whole square. This is the answer. Okay, champions? And this is the rule number 6. Now comes on rule number 7. And rule number 7 is very important because it have negative exponent. Negative exponent, champions. Let's see. If x is an integer and it has an exponent minus a, means negative exponent, then in this situation the answer will be 1 by x to the power a. This is the answer. Let's see the example of this situation. If x is equal to 4 and a is equal to 2, then 4 to the power minus 2, and the answer is 1 by 4 square. It means if the exponent will be negative, then we should write like this, and this is the answer. So champions, these are the 7 important rules of exponent and power. I hope you will like it. Thank you very much.